I'm not sure if you can see this Jonathan Livingston Seagull, baby. Flying, you can see it. Yeah, I love birds. All right, I'm gonna go all Gary Vaynerchuk on you guys. I'm gonna drop some SEO knowledge, website knowledge. You're like, why Gary Vaynerchuk? Gary V, hashtag Gary. No, I really like Gary V. You know, he's a good guy. I like him for a lot of reasons. Number one, he's my age. And he has a message to talk about, and he has there's one video in particular that I really like that he put together, and he was just talking about, I'm going to use my words, these are Fibonojji words, not his words. I'm here to admire him. But, he talks about kind of Web 2.0, and right now we're at Web 3.0, 4.0, and I'm sure he would have a better, more hyper explanation. But he was just talking about, when he was in his 20s, if you were to talk about being a Mark Zuckerberg or, it's like they would have just thought you were a piece of shit. But now, 20 years later, the web has emerged. And, like I said, I was fintech before there was a name fintech. I was running a mortgage company, and, I didn't even know what a fintech was. I just knew that I spent a lot of money on SEO, a lot of money on websites and content, and I was going to Austin. I was a part of these like little SEO meetups, and we would all kind of get together, learn a little bit, and we would take it back to our prospective websites. And, and I was just the mortgage guy, and there was probably 20, 30 people in that room, and we were all trying to learn how to do this SEO thing. And then SEO got popular. For me, it was never about popularity. It was always about just, I had to grow a business, and I knew that a lot more people were going to go online than walk through a brick and mortar. So I ran two companies. I ran a company called Jaker Baker, which was a web development company, and then I ran MyLendingPlace.com, which was a fintech, and we operated fintech. And long story short, I'm one of the few people that have run a fintech. I took it from $0 to $500,000, and then I just couldn't keep up with the regulations. So let me talk about websites and content. The old cliche, content is king, even though I hate that phrase. And then how Fibonojji sort of came out of Jaker Baker and how that really started. Because a long time ago, well, here's a book. I'm always telling you to Google something. Well, here I'm going to tell you to read something. And I'm sitting here driving in La Jolla, California. You're going to see and hear all kind of bumps in the road, and these aren't going to be fancy edited. But I want to kind of give you some real life experience from a guy that's actually done it. Now, there's a difference in a person who's selling SEO than a person who's done it. Now, I've spent more on SEO than my grandmother's retirement house. Okay, so back when I was running MyLendingPlace.com, if you were to ask anybody in Austin, who in this room has spent $30,000 on their websites and content, I've been like, I do. Because see, for me, that $30,000 had turned into $100,000, $150,000, $180,000. So I'm an ROI guy. It's like, okay, I'll spend $30,000 to make $150,000. Whereas a lot of people, if you were to say, hey, for example, if I were to wanted to be an SEO consultant, and if I were to say, I'm going to come be your SEO consultant for $25,000 or $20,000, most, and I'm doing air quotes here, most business owners would go, fuck no, $20,000. See, here's the thing is, you're spending $20,000 to make $150,000. And if that math doesn't make sense to you, just push the stop button, because you're not my guy. You're not a business owner, you're just a marketer. I want to talk to business owners. I want to talk about people who are in the trenches, people who have to, and this is my sales pitch. When I was making $200,000 a year from my SEO, and that's my own personal income. My company went to $500,000. My own income was like $200,000. So here I am, like making $200,000 from SEO, and I would have people call me and they'd be like, "Hey, I want you to do my websites. I want you to do my SEO stuff," and this would be my sales pitch, and this would be my sales pitch to you or anybody. And I simply asked them the question, the Fibonojji question. This is back before there was Fibonojji. I'd say, all right, here's the Fibonojji question. If I took your website down, what impact would that have on your personal tax returns? If I took your websites down, what impact would that have on your personal tax returns? And the reason why that's an important question, because for a lot of people, having a website presence, YouTube presence, SEO presence, for most people, their websites don't create money. They're just kind of like an online business card. And even now, I see websites that are really doing nothing but just generating, they're just a business card. What I did, what SEO is turning a digital asset where it makes you money. And for me, I was in the mortgage space, which is the third most competitive space online. Pornography, insurance, and then mortgage. So there I am in Austin trying to make a living, and I made a great living, and I was trying to sell SEO. And then again, there's not a lot of people that want to invest in their website because they want to spend $1 on Thursday and they want to make $5 by Friday. And frankly, the SEO world doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. SEO is slow. It's up and down. It can be frustrating because the algorithms are always changing. And then what do you do then? Well, number one, you hire good people. You have to have an in-house blogger. You have to have, there's a lot of things you could do. You can hire me. You could be a part of some websites that I'm going to create that are designed to empower the local market. And I talk a lot about 1821 kind of being a holy number. If you would like me to do some like basic SEO for you, it's 1821, $1,800, and that's a year. And then if you want me to be really serious, you want me to do like continual content, because in today's space, you're going to have continuous content. The internet is too crowded. The online space is too crowded for you to put a website up for $1,800 and think it's going to do anything. And again, I'm going back to my old SEO sales pitch days where I would just say, hey, dude, it's like a garden, dude. You're going to have to grow it and water it and invest in it every day or every other day. And for a lot of people, they're like, that sounds great, but we don't really believe you. Well, that's why they're, trying to get the 1995 SEO package. So here's the thing. Let me tell you 4 things that I would do. That I would recommend if you were an SEO person. Number 1 is you'd have to have a WordPress platform. 2 is you would have to provide content updates, blogging on a 24 to 48 hour basis. 3, this is obvious. It has to be professional. And then 4, you have to have your mind on mobile, the mobile space. And I was WordPress before mobile was really. And these are just 4 things. And I think if I were to sit down with you, there'd probably be about 8 or 9 things we would have to really, really hit. But at the end of the day, somebody's going to have to do that. And somebody's going to have to manage that piece. And now in today's world, to manage your websites, it's literally going to be a job, like a person. So you're going to have to hire somebody to do that. You can hire me, or you can hire somebody else to do it. Or better yet, you can hire me to train and teach that person. And then again, you can put content on my websites, and I can help promote that. Even with my YouTube channel, if you're a local company here in the San Diego, San Francisco, LA area, basically California, if you have a business that you would like to promote, a small business, 1821, that's an annual. And then if you want me to do, if you really, really decide you want to make your digital asset actually move the needle on your tax returns, it's going to be like a monthly retainer. And we can talk about the monthly retainer when we talk. But 1821, again, I did it for 10 years. And a lot of people think of me as a mortgage person, but really I built a web marketing company that supplied customers for that mortgage company. Oh, and by the way, here's a little mortgage shout out. If you're a mortgage guy or girl, bank, and you would like mortgage SEO, there's no human alive better, more capable, more knowledgeable of the industry than me. Let me say that word, knowledgeable. Not only are you getting a web person, so if you're a mortgage person or you're a real estate person, 1821 times 2. That's my fee to you. And I say that jokingly because real estate agents are the least likely to want to really invest in their businesses as our mortgage companies. So I'm extremely good at mortgage SEO. I built a company. I can show you tax returns. In fact, I'll probably be the only SEO company that can show you increasing tax returns from their SEO abilities. So 1821, invest in your business, hire Fibonojji. Again, these are annuals. If you want something more on like a monthly retainer, we could talk about that. That's where I'm doing blogging and updating and promoting. Email me, americana417@gmail.com. You guys have a great day. This song, see it? I'm just not an Eurythmics friend. I don't know if you watch his channel, but you know, I dated this girl. She burnt me all kinds of music. Some of these songs are good. It doesn't matter because I'm going to In and Out. In and Out, baby. Then laundry. You guys have a good day. Email me, Americana417@gmail.com. SEO. You just got it. You have to invest today. Have to invest today with somebody. You know, whether it's just as simple as putting up a WordPress blog. In fact, let me. I'll tell you one little. This is kind of a little. This is a freebie. And in fact, here's a book. I even mentioned it, but I never mentioned it. It's called The Blue Ocean Strategy. In fact, if I wanted to be a real Fibonacci, I'd walk into your office. I would ask you just for a retainer, 1821, and then I would put Blue Ocean Strategy. I'd say, all right, read this book, and then tell me who your client is. And if you didn't read that book, then you're not a person that I would really want to work with, because Blue Ocean Strategy, it changed my brain, and it helped me. It was a book that I believe God brought into my life, and it brought me a lot of wisdom. And it's about learning who your real customer is. And once you know who your real customer is, you stop trying to be Walmart, stop trying to be all things to all people. Because when I ran a mortgage company, after reading that book, I realized I only had about 3 or 4 real customers. Everybody else was just kind of wasting my time. And I really honed in on those customers, and I built web content relative to those customers, and it changed my business. And then again, just Dodd-Frank regulations came in, and it just became too cumbersome to even be in the finance business or the finance space. But go read that book. If you get anything out of this little 12-minute video, go buy Blue Ocean Strategy, and then tell me who is your customer. And then we'll build web content around that. 1821, and then we could do a monthly retainer. You guys have a great day. Email me, Americana417@gmail.com.